What's up, boys and girls? It's Dave again. It's Friday, and holy shit, did the universe hand me a lot of ammunition today, so to speak. So, we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. I could probably do a half hour today easy, but you know what? I'd like to keep it light today. I don't really even want to talk about the pandemic. I mean, we're going to poke it just a little bit because it's related to another story at some point, but I just want to keep it lighter and get away from that today. A lot of really heavy crap has happened this week, and it's pretty big deal. But anyway, I just like to talk about some of my sightings from out in the world this week. Things that made me laugh, things that aggravated the crap out of me. As always, there's a few things that I want to talk about. So let's just get this party started. First of all, I'd like to start last weekend at the Walmart. When me and my wife went down to the Walmart, we needed some dog treats because, the girls, they eat a lot of those and we didn't want to have a mutiny or anything. So we went ahead and went down there. Well, we're coming around the corner and here comes this girl out of the aisle and she's got these Ren Fair boobs. You know what I'm talking about? Any of you ever been to the Renaissance Fair, where the girls run around, they got these costumes on that push them way up where they're about to spill out? Well, this lady comes around the corner and she probably makes about three of me. And I'm not shaming anybody because I'm not as little as I used to be either. But she had those bad boys sitting on her arms up on the cart and she had them pushed up. And I think the only reason they hadn't fell out in the kids' seat thing there was because her nipples probably got caught on the inside of the t-shirt a little bit or something maybe. So anyway, she managed to keep them contained, but the look on my wife's face was priceless because she was right in front of me and she turned around and gave me this look that made me laugh out loud as the lady was going around the corner. I just couldn't help it. It had to be done. So anyway, that was the show at Walmart. Walmart's always a good show. It's not always a good time, but it's usually a good show. So anyway, we got out of there. We went down the road on the way home. We decided to stop at the Walgreens. So the show was not over at Walgreens. There's two ladies coming from down by the photo section, and they're both wearing a mask. Well, unfortunately, they're wearing a mask, but their asses are hanging out the bottom of their shorts. And these aren't supermodels either. So, personally, if you could wear that mask on your butt, that'd be good for me because then that would be put away because I don't know what you're protecting us from, but, just whatever. And so the other dumbass that I saw this week happened about a half hour ago. I stopped at Cromba's to get me some tacos on the way home, right? So I go up, I order my tacos, and I stand back and I'm waiting for him. And in comes bro and his bro, and they're broing and broing and broing all the way into the store. And I was like, Jesus, could you guys like pick up a vocabulary book or something? Get some words that you can say other than bro, 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 bro. So this guy walks by me. He's wearing sweatpants, black socks, slides, of course, and a big floppy t-shirt. And he comes in, he's got like $47 worth of $3 tattoos on his neck, And just so you guys know, he's a white guy, so I get to make fun of him with impunity. So anyway, he gets up to the counter, and in the space of what it took him to order one burrito, he said "bro" 11 times, and he threw in two bruhs just for sport. Bro, bruh, It sounds like he got hit in the goddamn head in the parking lot or something, like he's got a head injury or something. Dude, really? Come on, man, learn some words. So anyway, that was about well, that's not the extent of the stupid people. I could go on and on. I mean, I saw some crackhead walk across the street just to get a bottle of water to bring back across the street a while ago on my way home. It happens. You see stuff everywhere. The universe, as I said, has given me a lot of ammunition this week. The other thing that happened, my wife needed some new shoes last weekend, so we went to the Skechers outlet. And we walked up to the door, and a little girl came out. Sorry, folks, but you have to have a mask to come in the store. I'm like, Jesus, no, I'll pass. I turn around, and my wife's like, well, I really need shoes. And so she went out to the truck and got the one mask that we had in the truck, and I decided to stay outside. But there was a guy standing there with a baby stroller, and he had a pistol strapped to his hip. So I went over there and asked him, I said, so what's the deal? They wouldn't let you in the store with the gun? He goes, no, the gun was fine, but I didn't have a mask. Oh, as I said earlier this week, I guess you got to holster your face now along with your firearm. So that's cool. I went out and listened to Spotify in my truck, messed around on my phone. I was perfectly happy with that. That was all good. Didn't have any problem with that. So anyway, let's touch on something else kind of near and dear to my heart. As you may know, I like to go shooting. I've been around guns my entire life. I heard this week that there's a certain organization that they like to wear black masks and go out and burn stuff up and agitate things, start a lot of trouble, and they kind of think they're a big deal, and their time is limited. But I mean, they want anarchy, but they'd be the first ones to die from being stupid. I mean, quite frankly, it would just happen if the police, which everybody wants the police to go away, when the police go away and it's up to us, your time is just really going to get short because, most guys aren't going to mess around. They're going to protect their family and their property, and that'll be that. And, so just stay in the basement. I mean, so anyway, I hear these guys announce that they're going to go out and they're going to start messing with rural communities. Rural communities. Yeah, okay, Skippy, go ahead, but you're dealing with a whole different animal. Let me tell you something about these people. I don't know if you know much about the farming and ranching industry and what these people do, but these guys kill shit for a living. That's what they do. They raise cows, pigs, chickens, and all of these have to be killed and turned into meat, which, as you may know, meat doesn't come from Safeway, as some people think. It actually has to be grown somewhere first before it goes to Safeway. So anyway, that's what these boys do. And I know this because I grew up in one of these communities. My mom married my stepdad, who is a farmer and rancher, when I was in about the 5th grade. So we moved to the farm. I shot a cow in the face with a deer rifle from about 5 feet away when I was in the 6th grade. Because the old man said, shoot that cow in the face, we're going to hang him up on that front end loader. It's a hole digging machine on the front of a tractor. We're going to hang that up there. We skinned it, we quartered it, we took it in the house, and over the next day and a half or so, we turned it into tasty steaks and hamburger for the rest of the year. So that's what these boys do. So the other thing about these boys is they all have guns. And that AR-15 that everybody's so scared of, they probably all have those too. So we're going to do a little comparison for people that really don't know much about guns. And, these guys, if this little organization, if these boys want to walk down a dirt road towards the house, Billy Bob's going to be sitting on the porch with his cup of coffee and his 300 Win Mag, and he's going to cancel your membership to the Air Breathers Club from 3/4 of a mile away. From a place you didn't see will come a sound you didn't hear, and all of a sudden you'll just be dead. So anyway, let me explain something to you, Skippy. Even if you take, you guys like to carry them AR-15s, which, we all like AR-15s. They're great. This is the standard round. It's fired out of an AR-15. It's basically a 22 caliber bullet with a little more powder behind it. That's what that bad boy looks like. But these guys, they hunt elk, they hunt deer, the predators and stuff. They got big boy guns. They're usually bolt action, but check a gander at that bad boy right there. There's your standard 300 Win Mag round. So for those of you that don't know, let's hold those up there and compare those so that you can kind of see the difference in the size of those two bad boys right there. So let me explain this in terms that almost everyone can understand. This guy right here, your 223-556, that bad boy will put a hole in your head right there. But this guy right here, this guy will put a hole where your head used to be. If this bad boy hits you in the face, your head's going to go poof. It's just going to be gone. They're not even going to find your teeth, more than likely. And, one of these good old boys is a good friend of mine. He lives here in the city, but he's kind of a country boy at heart. And he likes to shoot one of these bad boys, too. He shot a 2-inch rock a couple of years ago. A 2-inch rock from over 800 yards. And for those of you that don't know, that's almost a half a mile. 880 yards is a half a mile. He shot a 2-inch rock from almost a half a mile away. You think he couldn't put one of these in your eye from 500-600 yards? You'd never hear the shot. So you know what? You boys better stay in the city, because if you go out there, somebody's going to make a mess of you. And they all got tractors, front end loaders, shovels, trucks. You'll just never come back. So if you decide to go out there and try to burn down a barn, let me give you a couple little pieces of advice. You might want to have your mom make you one last sandwich before you leave. Give her a hug. Make sure you get right with God, too, before you go out there, because you're probably not coming back. So you might want to just go ahead and stay in the city. I also, I kind of picked on women a little bit a while ago, so let's just get past all that heavy stuff. We're just going to leave that alone. Those boys are on their own. I mean, they've already been advised. We already know that, what happened to George Floyd was wrong. The cop's in jail. The other 3 cops are in jail. He's being charged with murder too. I mean, everybody wants justice, so do I. But I mean, what do you want to do? You want to burn down his family? I mean, what would make you feel better? You had us all on your side. Everybody was with you right up until we saw the Target on fire and you carrying a TV out the front door. Then you lost us. And then you got a bunch of little crazy white dudes telling you what to burn and where to throw bricks. How does that make you look? You know what? That just cancels your cause. I mean, over half of the guys that the cops shoot every year look more like me. But you know what? I bought my TV. So but you know what, though? Let's just get off of that, because that's no fun for anybody. Um, I wanted to throw in a little tit for tat, if you will. You know, I gave you ladies a little bit of shit about the way some of you were dressed last weekend. Well, let me tell you about this. About 2 days ago, I think it was Thursday, maybe Wednesday, I saw a gentleman going into the Home Depot, much to my chagrin. I look up and I see this guy, and he's about 70 years old. He's really tanned, he's really skinny. He's wearing a soccer jersey and boy shorts. You know what I'm talking about? Them little booty shorts. He's wearing a pair of those, which are, yeah, stop, dude. Get a longer shirt or longer shorts. I'm just saying. So, you know, it's not just women. Guys make poor fashion choices too. So, you know, I don't know. I could go on and on today, but I'm not. So, you know, the other thing, please stop carrying McDonald's coffee into cafes. I was at Peoria Cafe the other day, and these two dicks come in, and they're carrying McDonald's coffee into a local family-owned restaurant. I mean, don't be a douchebag. Don't do that. And speaking of which, I was there today for breakfast. I went and had me some biscuits and gravy and some eggs. It was awesome this morning. It was the first day. I mean, I worked my ass off this week. This was the first day that I had no sense of urgency. I had everything done. And so I had a few things to do, got them all done. Everything was great. But I went in to have me some breakfast. Well, I sat down, and Peoria Cafe has a new girl. She's an awesome waitress. She's also a conservative, which I'm a big fan of. But she brought me my iced tea with no lemon in it. I didn't even have to order it. And that's pretty impressive. So I gave her an extra $1 today because no lemon, and she brought it to me. I didn't even have to order it, which is great. Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but in Arizona, when a restaurant orders glasses from the factory, it comes with lemon right on the side of the thing. You can't hardly get. I think you have to chip that off there or some shit. I don't know, but you can't hardly get a glass of tea without lemon in it in Arizona. So anyway, she brought me one without, and I was pretty happy about it. So anyway, big shout out. My service there is always great anyway, and so is the food. So I loaded up on biscuits and gravy, and then I went back to the shop and I worked on some jets for a couple more of our pilots, and pretty happy about that. So altogether, I had a very productive week. I saw some funny stuff. I only saw a couple of things that pissed me off. Most of those were on TV, but you know, it's not pandemic season anymore. It's riot season, so you have to move on. It's a little confusing, you know, but we'll all figure it out eventually, and the whole world hopefully won't lose their mind and it'll calm back down. But so anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Everybody have a good weekend and try to be safe out there. I don't know which is more dangerous now. The black mask crews will smash you in the face with a bike lock because you disagree with them because you know they're so anti-fascist, or the pandemic. So take your chances, people, but just be careful and be on the lookout and have your head on a swivel and just pay attention to your surroundings and be safe. I'd like for all of you to tune in next Friday, so be there for me. All right, you guys have a great weekend. I'm Dave, and I'm out.